What if, like, it's like a Netflix show and, like, each week is a new episode and you get a new song with each week?
No, I can't. You're getting me, like, I would be too excited.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Gay Mats. It's Matt Steele.
It's Matt Palmer.
Guys, we got another bombshell today. I don't know what to think about it. We don't even know if it's officially a Beyoncé thing.
If it's not a Beyoncé thing, I'm going to run off my roof.
Okay.
It has to be.
This week has been very emotional for me.
Oh.
I went to...
Do you want to tell this story first?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, should we?
I mean... Let's talk about homecoming first.
Okay.
Talk about your personal story. Just tease it. Give us one sentence.
Teaser, I ate lunch with Tina Knowles and Blue Ivy.
Okay, that's not true, but we'll come back to what he's saying. I guess Beyonce has a documentary. The things we're hearing on the Twitter, the Beyonce Twitter sphere, is that Homecoming, which was just a yellow background with some text on it that Netflix tweeted out today, we believe is a Beyonce thing. We believe it is a documentary about the making of Beachella.
Well, who is we?
The Beyonce Hub Twitter.
But like, why does their mind go documentary first? My mind would go album first.
I think there have probably been murmurs of documentary. Homecoming, the yellow, it does scream Beachella to me.
Of course.
And so I don't think she's going to put out a whole album that's like Beachella themed.
But like, to me, it's sort of like if it is a new album or if
I don't want to. That would get me too excited. You need to stop saying.
But
new
like,
album.
if there is new music, it kind of feels like she had this idea for this theme, the collegiate, whatever it is, theme before Beachella, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna have a whole album of that, but first I'm gonna like hint at it with my Beachella concert. So that was sort of just like a preview of like what to expect, like the type of sound to expect, the type of aesthetic to expect. So maybe...
No, I don't want to get excited, Matthew.
Okay, we're not gonna get excited.
I cannot go into next week thinking Beyonce's putting out an album on the 7th of April.
But my thing is just like, how many Beyonce documentaries are there in the world? Like, I remember the HBO documentary that like started, what was it, 2012 came out? Where it started out with her being like, I remember the wind in the trees. And I just remember being like, what? And then there was like a documentary documenting her tour that aired on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Was that a documentary? Or I just remember her crying into the camera asking God why he gave her this gift.
I want to see Beyonce working all the time. Like, if there is a chance for me to look behind the curtain and see what the best performer on planet Earth is doing to prepare one of her greatest shows, I'm going to watch it. I know there's a plethora of documentaries, and would I have rather like a Formation tour video announcement? Yes, because I didn't get to see Formation. I don't want to talk about it, but if this documentary is leading us into a new era, is leading us into a new tour and maybe a new album. I don't believe this is it. I don't believe the 17th we're getting an album, but if it's leading us down that path, I think this is a nice way to remind everyone, look how fucking amazing I am, and like let me lead you forward into the other things I have planned.
I'm seeing like things on Twitter that are just like, it's a documentary, and then people being like, it's a documentary and 2 new songs, and it's like, you're making this up. Beehive, you don't know. You know about as much as we do.
No one knows, but I'm going to stick with there's a documentary and there's no new music. If there's new music, I would rather be pleasantly surprised than be violently disappointed.
Of course.
I would love anything. If there's new music involved, my head will flip around. I don't believe it's an album, but if it's a new album, I'll just spontaneously combust. So that's where we are.
Okay, I just need to know what time it comes out because I work on Wednesday night. If it comes out during the day, then like I'll have time to watch it.
I'm trying to think, could I take off work? Is that weird?
I mean, I will have to call work and be like,
I can't go. I have to watch.
Like, that's what I said for Everything Is Love. I called work and I was like, I'm gonna be 2 hours late.
I love that they were just like, okay.
They were just like, okay. I mean, I've worked there for 7 years.
Beyonce put something out again.
Why the secrecy?
I mean, of course. I mean, Beyonce's never going to announce anything ever. Like, we all need to be okay with that, and like, that's fine. All you need to do is, she might announce a tour at the end of it. Just everyone, save up your last paycheck and buy your tickets. Like, just stay ready for a Beyonce tour. If there's an album, if there's something to buy, just be ready, and then you'll never be too surprised. I think that's the way to live life, is just always expect Beyonce could drop an album, or a tour, or new merch you need the following day.
It's just, so, if you follow me on Twitter...
What an awful beginning to a story.
If you're not following me on Twitter, you will know that on Tuesday, I was eating lunch at a ramen place. I walk in, I sit down, I look over, and I just go, oh, That's Tina Knowles and Blue Ivy.
I can't believe it.
Sitting across the restaurant, probably like 35 feet away from me.
Right. Had you ordered your food yet?
No, the thing is, I was just like, oh no, the waitress is gonna come around and ask me what the hell I want, and I'm not gonna be able to speak. I was panicking. I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do I like alert the people who are also in this restaurant? Because no one else seems
That's
to
the
know.
craziest part. Not even the people that worked there?
No, they were sitting in a separate part of the restaurant, and like everyone else, it was an off time, so like there weren't that many people. There were probably like 7 other people in the restaurant.
But they weren't like closed off. Like if you wanted to sit at the table next to them, you could have.
They were in a giant booth that kind of took up an entire corner.
Okay.
And then there are other like spots to eat near them,
Yeah.
but not like directly next to them. So like they got that whole booth to themselves. And they looked so good. Tina looked so good. Blue had this adorable hairstyle with like these twists. It looked so nice. She had these glasses. It was adorable. And she was like chatting up with Tina, and she was like slurping up the noodles, having a good time. I do have pictures, but I'm not going to show them. Because like
Send them to me, you creep.
I sent them to him, but like I'm not gonna put them out into the internet because I don't think Beyonce would appreciate people sharing pictures of her daughter.
Wait, did you see that someone took a picture of Blue and also the twins and put it on the internet?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Beyonce's probably pissed. Sorry.
And I don't want Beyonce
That's
pissed
the
at
thing.
me.
You
I don't want
wanna be the
Beyonce
next
shutting
person.
down 2 gay ads.
I know, and she could do it. If she told me to turn it off, I'd be like, yes, ma'am.
This like big guy came in and like Blue got all excited and she was like, oh, Dave or Joe, I don't know.
He was white though. I feel like Julius, who is her bodyguard that I know, is not a white man. So just so that we know, Julius, I don't know where he is.
Okay, well Tina has a white body. Then he came in, he like picked them up and everything, and they like walked past. They walked directly.
I can't believe it. Had you gotten your food by then?
I had gotten my food
Were
by
you
then.
shoveling ramen in your mouth while Blue Ivy was walking by?
I didn't eat a drop. I stood there, I was like, they cannot watch me eat.
No.
I will not insult them with the image of my disgusting eating habits. So they walked by me and I was like, just play it cool. Just play it cool.
I can't believe no one in the restaurant knew it was that.
It was insane.
Were there any black people in the restaurant?
No,
Okay.
that's why. That's,
Just making sure.
yeah. So that was my experience, and I feel like it was, you know how like the archangel came to Mary and told her
Are
a
you
baby is
Mary?
coming.
Are you Mary in this scenario?
Of course I am. I feel like Tina and Blue came to me to let me know a baby is coming, and that baby is
homecoming.
Homecoming, either
Yes.
a documentary, a new album, a movie, a fashion line, whatever.
What? Not a
something I will consume.
Of
in
course.
my life.
I mean, well, how could we not? And the funniest thing about Homecoming is like it could, in some stretch of the imagination, just not be a Beyonce thing.
I know,
which
which
just
would be so
ridiculous.
fucking amazing.
It'd actually be hilarious. I would be very sad, especially if I decide to take off work that day. But I love that it's still on the table and it has nothing to do with Beyonce. Like, how funny.
And she's probably just like letting it like.
Yeah, maybe it is me, maybe it's not.
I'm not gonna make a statement
Yeah,
about it.
we'll see.
Guys, vote below what you think the Homecoming is.
What is
If you have no
Homecoming?
idea, What is it?
Tell
if
us
there's
below.
a person, I mean, I'm sure anyone involved with Beyonce would not be able to say.
But if you are and like want to be really nice and like secret, and then just like write in the comments as someone else, like anonymously log into your YouTube, we would really appreciate.
Or like a little riddle, like
Yes.
that will help us figure it out. It can be like a game of Clue. Like,
I love
what is
Clue.
it? Who done it? This
Write
is
in the
it.
comments below. This is it. If you're at work at Parkwood, especially, write in the comments below. Give us a limerick. Give us a goosebump. I'd love to learn about it.
A goosebump.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MattPowerMusic.
And it's Matt Steele.
And 2K Mats for both of us. And for as little as $1 a video, you get a bonus video from us every week. You just saw last week our Alanis Morissette iconic album, Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah, we decided to make that public.
Yeah, you did make that public, and so that's the kind of 17-minute stuff you get by becoming a patron. We just talked about Brandy's Full Moon, an iconic album of its own.
Yes, and once we get 100 patrons, we're actually going to discuss Beyonce's entire discography on our Patreon.
And isn't that something we all want?
Absolutely, especially if Homecoming is an album, then there will be
Stop
another
saying
album
that.
that we will discuss in that discography discussion. So, like, become a patron so we can get closer to that Beyonce deep dive.
Patreon.com/2GayMats for that. Thank you, Adam Parnell, our iconic, legendary patron. We love you. And we'll be back soon with another brand new 2Gay Mats.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Tina and Blue. I wish you were friends.
You're not. Bye.